So I'm going to share with you the process we've gone through with my student Gareth to get his early extension out of his golf swing. As you can see, it's quite an apparent difference of before being crunched up through the golf ball, upper body hunching back, pelvis shifting forward, to now upper body staying in really good posture, pelvis being back, turning nice and passively through the golf ball. Because we went through a very specific structure to be able to fix it, which I do with all my students to either rotate more or fix their early extension. And guess what? They all get what they want out of their golf swing afterwards because the structure works every time. So the first thing we did was figure out why he was early extending, get rid of that reason why. That's why so many of you can't fix your early extension, because one, you don't know why you do it, and you're just trying to drill away the actual visual effect. Early extension is in your golf swing to make up for a movement you've already done earlier. It's a reactionary movement. So for Gareth, what was his reason why? His reason why was actually slightly different, and that was his arms moved at such a faster pace than the rest of his body in the downswing. As soon as he would start his downswing, his arms would really outrace the rest of his pivot. As soon as he started down, it was clearly the first thing that moved was his arms. Now, when your arms are moving through the downswing, especially going into impact, your body has to make way and make room for those arms to travel through. Those arms are beating the body in the race to the golf ball. The body has to get out the way for the arms to pass through if they're going at such a faster rate, if they're not being controlled by the body's movement. So that gives the visual of standing up the chest and getting taller to make room for the arms to pass. You'll see the right arm extend, straighten. You'll see a lot of club face rotation and closure. So not the most consistent move to do. Of course, if the chest gets taller, the pelvis goes more underneath, the spine extends to one piece. So for us to get ourselves, so we weren't standing up and flipping through the golf ball, we had to make sure that the arms were actually slowing down. Slower arm movement. So yeah, we slowed down a portion of the golf swing, sped up the body a little bit, and then we started seeing the results. So what we started to do straight away, we started working on a classic. Yes, that's it, resistance band drill that I talk about all the time. So why we did this? Because it takes the arms out of it. So we'll do a load of drills like this, where we would grip this resistance band up to an upright. Now I can't move my arms at all. So it's forcing me to get reps moving the body. Really move that body, rotate it, get that lower body mid-torso turning, and then that is going to be the best way you can work on it without a golf ball, best way you can really work on it in general, to get the body moving without the arms. Now this is so many people that have a lot of arm movement. In fact, I did an online lesson today before filming this of a student, first-time student, who had far too much arm movement in its speed in the downswing relating to the rest of the body. So, dry drill, that's our first part of the structure. That dry drill needs to target the reason why you're early extending. So, that's that. Lots and lots of reps of it. Secondly, what we did there, hitting golf balls. I wanted to encourage Gareth to move better in the downswing with hitting golf balls. So what do we do? What's a good drill that moves your body to the maximum you possibly can? Preset rotation drill. So really, I did two classic drills of the channel with him. Worked like a charm. So, what's this? This is get the body open into an impact position at setup. So rotate the hips as much as you can, rotate the chest as much as you can, weight 90% on the left side, and have that trail shoulder down towards the trail hip as much as you can. So front on, I mean, you all know what this is by now. Looks a lot like this. Weight 90%, hips open, chest open, right side down towards right side, right hip there. You can see hands are naturally going to be ahead. Now, me springing back and springing through is making me way more dominant in my body because it's priming me to be at a position at impact that's very body orientated. I'm going to spring back at that. So, you can imagine if I did a lot of those and in between every shot, did a lot of this, then you can see it's only a matter of time before you get to the positions like Gareth does. So again, preset rotation to get the body at a faster rate than the arms. Really good. And if you want to have an extra feel to calm down that arm movement, really feel like at the top of your swing, they're light and loose. They're almost like, you know, like spaghetti arms. They're not really doing anything at all. They're really, really loose, and you turn that rest of your body. Hard for your arms to do much if you're feeling no tension in them. So it's really important to lead the swing with your body. So I'm not talking about arms getting stuck behind pivot or trapped in path. Absolutely not. I'm talking about the rate of the rotation of the body moving faster than the rate of the speed of the arms in a downswing. So you can see once the body was moving better for Gareth, we could stay in posture, that chest wouldn't cramp up, and that pelvis would stay back. The club would move nicely and exit left around him. So clear structure we had there. Root cause and work on effect. Luckily, we could work on the effect at the same time as working on the root cause. You might be asking, how long did it take to get from there to the after? 5 months. That's how long I've been working with Gareth for. 5 months. We've actually got to that way earlier. That probably it would have been 3 months or so. We've been at that good spot for about a couple months now. Now we're working on more just refining the movement, getting certain movements in there. One of the things we're working on at the moment is making sure he's not dipping down too much in the backswing, another fault that he might have. But we got that important thing in there, and that was getting rid of that early extension. Gareth had a very similar story to a lot of you when you started off when working on this journey. He said to me he's been working on this a long time, had lots of lessons on it, done lots of early extension drills, but never fixed it. Then where were we a few months down the line? We fixed it because we addressed it properly and did the right structure to practice. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video, of course, click that like button. If you want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So if you want to go through this same journey, you can do the same thing as Gareth. You can contact me on Skillist. We can get some online lessons started as well. Maybe in the near future, I might make a full course about early extension if you guys want to watch something like that. Let me know in the comments. So do this structure and you're going to be playing a lot better.